What's going on, guys? Healy here. Today it's Thursday, January 24th, 2019. Couple moves have been made in the off season today, and one of them is a pretty big one, being AJ Pollock. He is no longer a free agent, as the Los Angeles Dodgers have signed him to a 5-year deal. We're going to talk about him, Brach, and Hunter Strickland in today's video. And I'll also go over some minor moves that happened yesterday. The big one, though, AJ Pollock. Around 11:35 Central Time, Ken Rosenthal tweeted out that the Dodgers were in an agreement with free agent AJ Pollock. Within a couple hours, Ken Rosenthal tweeted out the details. Jeff Passan and Buster Olney tweeted out some of the details. Ken Rosenthal confirmed them. AJ Pollock can opt out after 3 years. He can earn $55 million if the deal is 4 years, and $60 million if he exercises his 5th-year player option. So if he goes all 5 years, then his average annual value is $12 million per year, and it's going to help out the Dodgers with their luxury tax payroll. I did not expect AJ Pollock to come off the market before Bryce Harper. Like, I know guys like Mike Moustakas, AJ Pollock, they're right behind these top guys, and as soon as Machado and Harper come off the market, you would expect these guys to fly off right after. Teams, when they miss out on one of these big names, they're going to overpay for someone like AJ Pollock or Mike Moustakas. So I'm very surprised AJ Pollock has signed already. And the Dodgers signing AJ Pollock, does that mean Bryce Harper is no longer going to be a Dodger? Dodgers were towards the top of the list to get Bryce Harper. And with this move, it looks like Bryce Harper will not be a Los Angeles Dodger going forward, which is interesting. You have the Phillies, the Nationals who can re-sign, the Yankees maybe, and that seems to be it for Harper. Who knows when these guys are going to sign? I don't know how many options they have to look over, but it seems like the same few teams have been offering them deals for the past couple months. Hurry up and sign Bryce and Manny. I'm begging you. Let's take a look at AJ Pollock. He's played 7 years in the bigs and technically only 6. He did play in 2012, but he did not get enough time to exceed his rookie year. So technically his rookie year was 2013. In those 6 years that he has played in the bigs, he's only played 150 games or more once. 157 in 2015, which was his only all-star season, and he had a Gold Glove that year. Every other year so far, he struggles to get past 115 games. Past couple years, he's played 112 and 113, so health issues could be a problem for AJ Pollock, but hopefully he remains healthy during this deal. He is a career .281 hitter, .338 on base percentage, and .467 slugging, but he has not hit above .280 since 2015. He had .257 last season, .244 in 2016. Not the best averages. The Dodgers were looking for a right-handed bat in that lineup. I know they got rid of Matt Kemp and Yasiel Puig. They both wanted more playing time, but AJ Pollock will be the solidified center fielder for the Dodgers. He's a pretty decent fielder, which will help them out, and he's that right-handed bat that they're looking for in the lineup. The Dodgers, very left-handed heavy, and against left-handed pitching, they aren't the best, so Pollock will help them out in that field. $12 million, though. I think that is a steal. I would have expected him to get around 17 to 18, even though looking at his stats, he's just a pretty decent player, but like he was the best available after Harper. So $12 million, man. Good deal for the Dodgers. It's absolutely crazy how the Diamondbacks last year, or within 15 months, had JD Martinez, AJ Pollock, Paul Goldschmidt, and Patrick Corbin. And all four of those guys are gone. The Diamondbacks, I don't know what they're doing. It looks like they're going through a rebuild process. Even though they've been pretty decent the past couple years, but they've just let some people go. I think it's fantastic, though. $12 million. And we'll just have to see how it pans out. The next deal we are going over is Brad Brach to the Chicago Cubs. Earlier this morning, Ken Rosenthal tweeted out the Cubs are in agreement with free agent reliever Brad Brach, pending a physical. And then later he put out the deal where he's getting at least $4.35 million for 1 year. Both player and club have options for 2020. Deal could grow to 2 years, $9.5 million. If the Cubs exercise their option, 2-year guarantee would be less if team declines and Brad Brach exercises his option. Brad Brach has been in the majors since 2011. Been with a few teams. Last year he was with Baltimore, and then he got traded to Atlanta. In 27 games with the Atlanta Braves, he had a 1.52 ERA. Absolutely amazing. He pitched in the AL East last year with the Orioles, 42 games, and he had a 4.85. But in the NL, man, 1.52 ERA. I am hoping that he continues. He carries that over to the 2019 season. The Cubs haven't been the best bullpen-wise over the past couple years. They really need a lefty in the pen, but I will take Brad Brach, a right-handed pitcher, in the pen as long as he's pretty good. Fantastic deal, around $4.35 million for year one. Hoping he does well, because then he will exercise his option, club could exercise it, and then the Cubs will have him for 2 years. He's a career 3.08 ERA guy out of the pen, which is fantastic. He had his best year in 2016, which he was an all-star, 2.05 ERA, 79 innings pitched. He had a 10.5 strikeouts per nine. His strikeouts per nine is going down as the years go on. He is 32. His hits per nine, though, have gone down. Hits per nine last year went up, though, and his walks per nine went up. So, hoping for the 2019 season, he can raise his strikeouts per nine back up and lower his hits and walks per nine. Because we don't need a guy that can walk people and just make a mess in the bed, in the bullpen. I love the deal, though. Cubs need a bullpen piece, and I will take Brad Brach on the Cubs. The last deal that happened today was Hunter Strickland. Again, Ken Rosenthal tweeted out that free agent Hunter Strickland was in an agreement with the Mariners on 1-year contract. There does not seem to be any numbers to go with it, but Rosenthal did tweet out that if the Mariners decide to keep him, they have control of him for another 3 years due to the arbitration process. He's been in the bigs since 2014. He exceeded his rookie limits in 2015. Last year, he had a 3.97 ERA. His strikeouts per nine went down. Hits per nine went down. Walks per nine remained pretty high. I'm unsure why the Giants got rid of him, but he's not a bad reliever. And the Mariners, going out on a limb, picked him up and are just taking a small risk on him. He's amazing. They have him for the next couple years. Maybe a change of scenery will help out Hunter Strickland. But yeah, it looked like they were going to go separate ways. Hopefully with him being with the Mariners, he doesn't have to face Bryce Harper ever again. Maybe he could be their secret weapon if the Mariners ever make the World Series against Bryce Harper. Who knows? I don't think it's a bad deal for the Mariners. Like I said before, pick him up, pretty cheap option to pick up. And then if he decides to pitch well, then they get a good reliever over the next few years during the rebuilding process. But over his career, he is a 2.91 ERA guy, 226 innings pitched with 211 strikeouts. Could be a very solid guy in that pen, especially since they lost Edwin Diaz this offseason. And looking at his numbers, I'm surprised that more teams weren't interested in him, or that the Giants got rid of him. Like I said, if you're a Giants fan, let me know the specifics of why they didn't tender a contract, but he seemed to do pretty decent past few years. Last year was his worst year, but it wasn't terrible from a reliever standpoint. The last deal we are going to go over today is Drew Pomerance. He signed yesterday with the San Francisco Giants. He has a 1 year, $1.5 million with a bunch of incentives. Ken Rosenthal tweeted them all out yesterday. I'll put them up on the screen now. But Drew Pomerance, he used to be a big named like prospect or young player. He's just been all right the past few years, though. He won 17 games in 2017 with the Red Sox, but the Red Sox are an amazing team, and they tend to inflate people's records. Last year, he had a 6.08 ERA with 26 games pitched, 11 being starts. Most likely, he will be in the rotation for the Giants. 1 year deal. Hey, you can't go wrong with a 1 year deal. Can't go wrong at all. As if they do good, they do good for you. If they do bad, you can get rid of them. So hopefully Drew Pomerance can turn around and become that guy people thought he would become. But yeah, that's going to do it for the MLB news today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe down below. Let me know your thoughts on all these deals. A lot of moves being made today, and I am loving it. This is Healy, and I am out. Peace.